Brian Blevins named the Doug Steele how, when, and why. I'll make this quick. I was doing radio, I was doing community radio out here, and I didn't want to use my real name. So there was this guy I was working with at the Melbourne International Airport, and his name was Doug Steele, but it was just S-T-E-E-L. He's a bit of a dick. I'm like, you know what I'll do? I'll use his name for a month, then I'll use my other friend Dave Nano's name, then I'll use my other friend's name Nate Goyer, and then I'll use my other friend's name John Reynolds, and I was going to do that. But I ended up getting the boot somehow. I said something, I got fired, but I was also sending demos to Triple M, which is a massive radio station out here. They heard my demos, and they're like, who's this Doug Steele guy? And it just stuck. So everybody at the station knew me as Doug. Wanted to know how I got the name, so I did a lot of retelling this story, and the real Doug Steele fucking hated it. Sorry, dude. And yeah, I was on in all the capital cities in Australia, so Brisbane, Melbourne, Sydney, Perth, and Adelaide. So I just kept the name, thinking that if I did a YouTube channel, people would be like, oh yeah, that's that radio guy. And so I'd be able to garner a bit of attention using that. I've just kept doing it. Although, like now, you can just call me John or whatever. I'll answer to anything. Trying to learn Van Halen, are there songs to best learn first before moving on to others? Are there techniques in some songs that will help learning another songs easier? Ooh. I would just start with like, You Really Got Me, Ain't Talking About Love, the really simple songs maybe off the first album, and then, I don't know, slowly build from maybe the first album to the second album to the third and the fourth, and so on and so on and so on. After a while, Eddie does kind of plateau, and then he just starts using all those techniques that he's, pretty much invented, and just kind of rides on that, which is cool. But there are look, you just gotta get stuck into it. Like, if you want to do something bad enough, you will. You want to learn a song, it might take you 800 fucking years, but that's all I did. I did that with a record player at my house. So just have a bit of faith. Whatever happened to Calkin? James Ryan hooked up with Simon Hosford and did a Racer X cover band, and I tried to get it together a couple times, and my friends were not as into it as I was, and I was like, well, fuck that. Like, I'm not gonna, whatever. So yeah, Calkin can get fucked. As a Yankee living down under, what do you like better about Australia, and what do you miss about the US? I miss my friends and family in the US. I think Australia is probably cooler, as in the people are cooler. Like to have a bit of fun. They don't take themselves so seriously. Our humor is the same. They don't, have a hissy fit if they hear the word cunt. It's more laid back, and it's a bit more cool, attitude-wise. And the Aussies are cool to have a laugh about themselves, and they can take a joke, and they're just fun to hang out with. Whereas I found some of my fellow Americans were a bit offended at stupid shit or whatever. But having said that, every time I go back, I love seeing my friends and family, and what I missed most is I had forgotten how friendly American people are. Incredibly friendly and giving and nice and open. So, as I say, one thing about how they gave me the shits, another was absolutely the opposite. They were fucking awesome. Look, there's cool people and dicks in every single country. What's your favorite guitar? It's going to be the Ibanez Universe. I've got the Green Dot. I've got the 10th anniversary model, whatever the fuck. My last one I'm going to get is going to be the Loch Ness green one, and then I can pretty much stop collecting. I mean, if you can't do it with 3 guitars, what the fuck? I'm 2/3 the way there, and yeah, I love the Ibanez stuff. I love any sort of J custom 7-string, and I'm only playing 7 strings now. I'm not playing. I won't go back to 6 because a 7-string has all 6 strings anyways. And the alarm stuff is going to be 7-string. If I work on flat stick stuff in the future, that's all going to be 7-string. 7's as low as I'll go. 8 is just, no, I'm not doing that.